A sundial is wrong for 6 months of the year. But, which 6 months? Now, I know what you're thinking. What the blimmin' hell is he on about? But think about it. A sundial is put down and the time is correct. But we now have daylight savings time. So the clocks change by an hour every 6 months or so. So, yeah, the time varies. So the sundial's wrong. And I know you're thinking again, what are you on about? But the clocks have just changed, and all the lorry drivers are going to be going, how do I change my tacho? Because we don't do that very often, like every 6 months when the clocks change. So just do what I do and leave it, because I can tell the time. It's on my dashboard. So you would have just seen in the time lapse that I was following a skip lorry, and driving that skip lorry was Daryl, skip dude. Yeah, managed to meet up with Daryl. He's kindly just bought me a bacon roll, and anybody that buys me a bacon roll is number one in my opinion. Yeah, anybody that buys me a bacon roll is always definitely number one. And managed to get a little clip of him leaving. Now I'm on my way to Newquay for a collection, and that's for somewhere in London, North London somewhere. So got about an hour and a half's drive from here, so I best get cracking. Right, I've just left my collection in Newquay, back on the A30, 6-hour drive up to my delivery in London. I'm not going to have enough time to make it up there today. I'm probably going to run out of driving time around Fleet area, probably, which is all right. It's all right, a night out in Fleet services, and then, yeah, see what happens in the morning. I'll reevaluate as I'm getting closer, depending on obviously what's happening. It is only bricks that I've got on board, so I don't need secure parking, and I have got food and stuff ready for the week. So yeah, I'm not needing anything from the services. So if there's somewhere else I can stop that's not going to cost me, although I do get all the money back, then I'll go for that instead. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. I am going to be going past my yard, so I may pull in there. Just have to see what happens. Earlier on, I met Skip Dude, Daryl. Now I'm on my way to Exeter Services, and I'm going to meet Chloe, Skip Chick. Yes, been talking to Chloe for a while as well, just like I've been talking to Daryl. And yes, it'd be nice to finally meet Chloe as well. It's quite good actually. I've managed to meet both of them whilst I've been down here. I didn't catch either of them last week when I was down here, but I say managed to catch them both this week. I know Jono's about in the area as well. I don't think I'm going to quite see him, but I've met him before, so I don't need to meet him again. So I made it into London, no issues to report, apart from the usual traffic getting in. I made it down to my collection, just off of the A13 as well, by the Excel Centre. And now I'm making my way back up the North Circular to the M11. And I'm going up towards Colville, I think it is. Sat-nav knows where I'm going, so that's all right. Yeah, no issues with it really getting loaded there. It's just been a very uneventful morning, to be honest. I was expecting a little bit more drama because it's London and you kind of expect to be cut up by cyclists and everything like that, but no, nothing. Maybe it's because I've not gone quite into the centre of London, who knows. So I parked up for the evening. I've been parked up now for about an hour and a half. It's currently 6 o'clock. It's very strange for me because normally at this time of night I'm still working. I might have just started to think about somewhere to park up for the night. Yeah. The other reason it's weird is it's still light outside. It's 6 o'clock. It's light outside. Yeah. And I know this is because the clock's changed. And yes, I know I'm talking about the clock's changing again. But last week at 6 o'clock it was dark, because it was an hour behind where we are. But now we're an hour ahead. And are we really an hour ahead? Are we not? I don't really know. It's a little bit confusing. I have just spent 2.5 hours waiting to have 5 pallets unloaded from my trailer. Yeah, that's like the longest I've ever waited for the least amount of pallets. Get to site and yeah, just get told to park up and wait. They'll call me forward, just like normal. Yeah. I found out from talking to the forklift driver that since Christmas, the place I've just delivered to has had 6 people leave. They trained another person and he just hasn't turned up for work. So they are majorly short-staffed. There was about 5 lorries in front of me, which I had to wait to be unloaded, and as I'm leaving, there's probably another 3 or 4 behind me as well. So yes, and they've got 1 forklift driver. Now that's, yeah, just not good. It's not good. What it means is I am going to be massively late for my next time slot because I'm booked in at the next place at 11 o'clock and it's already 20 past 12 and it's a 30-minute drive to the next delivery site. And then from there, it's a 2-hour drive to my next one after that, and I'm booked in there at 2 o'clock. Yeah, something's telling me I'm not going to make it to there on time. Second delivery of today is done. I'm now back on the M4 heading to Carmarthen. I'm due there at 2:30. My 2 o'clock booking has obviously gone to the fact that, yeah, it's going to be 2:30 when I arrive. They have said as long as I get there before 3 o'clock, they will tip me because they go home at 3 o'clock. So need to get my foot down. But the trouble is I've got to go past Port Talbot where there's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, so I'm going to lose time there. And I know there's roadworks there as well where the speed drops down to 40, and I'm pretty sure there's a 50-mile-an-hour stretch past Swansea as well. So I'm not going to be going full speed that the sat-nav thinks I can because of those extra little things. So I'm going to be losing a little bit of time. But we've got about half an hour to play with, so we should be okay. So I made it to my delivery last night and no issues there. Got there about 25 to 3, so plenty of time to unload me before they all went home. I then made it to my collection in Merthyr, and that's where it went wrong again. So I get there and reverse onto the bay, and my trailer's too short. I've only got a 1311 trailer on this week, and it has a 9-foot internal, and I need a 9-foot one at least to allow them to be able to get the products on. So I had to leave the trailer there and go and park up off-site because I'm not allowed to stay on-site, and they then had to break the delivery down to smaller stacks, which has meant not all of it's going, but that's not my problem. But it has meant I've had to start at 4 o'clock this morning to be able to get to the delivery in time because I lost time yesterday. Yesterday just wasn't a good day. Seems to be this end of the week is just delays. So all the delays yesterday, and I'm now sat in a queue of trucks today waiting to get into my delivery. Got here for 9 o'clock for my 9 o'clock booking, and the 8 o'clock truck hadn't even been in. It's 10:15 now, yeah, and yeah, still waiting to go in. Still got 2 trucks in front of me, but it is what it is. Nothing I can do about it. They're obviously running behind for some reason, something that's out of my control. So yeah, I think I'm just going to carry on sitting here twiddling my thumbs. So it's taken 3.5 hours to do that delivery, 2 hours to get in and on a bay, and then an hour to unload it and half an hour to check it off. It should have only taken about 10 minutes to check the delivery, but because not all of the delivery came up because it wouldn't all fit on the trailer, obviously they've checked it again. Some of the stuff said it was on the paperwork that wasn't there, some of the stuff that wasn't there was there. So it's just been a bit of a nightmare really. So another day of sitting around waiting for people to do what they need to do through no fault of their own and no fault of mine either. So yeah, heading back to the yard now, and then I will be done for the day, and I've got to go to the other side of Andover in the morning to pick up a trailer which is going to be loaded overnight, and that's to go to Hoddesdon for 10 AM tomorrow morning. So yeah, I'm going to be going home tonight, which is nice. It is Thursday for me and my usual day to go home. So yeah, the sooner that happens, the better. It's snowing. Got to wind the legs down. It's much easier with 2 hands. After I picked up my trailer this morning, I had to go and get some diesel, so I went to a local fuel station. Whilst I was filling up, I got talking to the guy who was filling up next to me. He was telling me last night he'd had his fuel stolen. A bit inconvenient for him. Yeah, they left him with about an inch at the bottom of his tank, so yeah, he struggled to make it into the fuel station this morning. And yeah, I'm not surprised that fuel thefts have kind of gone up. A couple of their trucks had been done recently, and yeah, I'm just not surprised. Diesel's £1.90 a litre on the motorways, there or thereabouts, if not more. I've just done £1.80 a litre in Andover, and yeah, it's ridiculous. But with fuel prices going up, and they don't seem to be coming down despite the fact that they were supposed to, I think it's just going to happen even more. So I've just done another 2.5 hours in an RDC. It's safe to say I've had enough of them this week, and I'm very glad that next week I'm on containers, because then I've got different delays to deal with. So yeah, RDCs, paperwork, check-in, all of that sort of stuff this week, and next week on containers, and it's delays down at the docks and 3-hour live tips and all of that sort of stuff. But the advantage to that is I know I'm going to be waiting for 3 hours when it's a live tip of certain products, and I know how long that's going to be, and I know I can go and use facilities, and I can wait in my cab, and I can make myself a cup of tea and all of those types of things. But when you're doing RDC work and they want you to wait in the canteen area and you can't leave because they might call your number out to say that your bay's done and you don't know what's going on, and yeah, it's just not good. It's not organised very well, especially when they used to let you stay in your cab so you could see when the unloading was done. You could feel when the unloading was done because the cab stopped rocking, and you could also go to sleep. That was always a good thing, is you could have a little nap in the day. So yeah, can't do that when you're having to wait in waiting rooms and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Those are the rules in these places, and that's what we've got to do. I'm now on my way round to Tilbury to get loaded for the deliveries on Monday with timber, I'm imagining, maybe bricks, I don't really know. We'll find out when we get there. And I might have to do that delivery before I go onto containers next week, but we'll find out. Right, that is me on my way back to the yard, fully loaded in Tilbury. Take these back to the yard for someone to deliver on Monday. I'm now in a queue of traffic on the M25, as you'd expect, so I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you found this one a little bit different. There's a lot less time lapses in this one than normal. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, whether you like them like this, whether you want to see even less time lapses or you prefer having them in there, and I will see what I can do for you. Like I say, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things. And if you don't want to like, comment and subscribe, then don't.